This has to be the most unluckiest criminal on planet Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Matter of Opinion, the show where we debate and give our opinion based off facts or the information provided. I'm Walls P. Now today's episode, I want to introduce you guys to Eric Holland. This has to be the most unluckiest criminal on the planet Earth. So Eric Holland, the 57-year-old man from Las Vegas, back on December 24th was arrested. Why was he arrested? For outstanding warrants and murder. Now let me give you a little backstory of what happened. Now back on December 24th, Mr. Holland was driving a Toyota truck. Just so happened the vehicle's registration was suspended. So a police officer went to pull him over. As the police officer pulled him over and was walking up to the vehicle, Mr. Holland drove off. At that point, law enforcement pursued him. Mr. Holland then flees to a parking garage. Minutes later, he comes out in a Chevrolet truck. Law enforcement then pursues him in that vehicle. When they pursue him, he pulls up to an apartment complex. He gets out of the vehicle. Law enforcement see that it's Eric Holland. They attempt to arrest him. He tries to flee. They eventually get him, and now the man's in custody. Now, when police did an investigation on the second vehicle, they found human remains in that vehicle. The human remain happened to be a severed head. Now, it's also being reported that he was transporting coolers, and those coolers happen to have human legs and also a torso. Now, according to his lawyer, those human remains was already in that vehicle. He just happened to steal the vehicle. So fast forward to now, the man is facing murder charges. Now currently, he's due in court on January 27th, and the coroners revealed that the victim is 65-year-old Las Vegas resident Richard P. Miller. Rest in peace, Mr. Miller, and my condolences to the family. Again, this has to be the most unluckiest criminal on planet Earth. How do you steal one car? That car that you steal, the registration is suspended. You then flee into a second car that has human remains in it. Now, I don't know if he had the human remains or whatever the case may be, but aside from the coolers he was carrying, that vehicle had a human head inside of it. Now, I don't know what led up to him stealing the car in the first place, but I know right now, as he's sitting in his cell, he gotta be thinking, damn, was this really worth it?
We've recovered evidence that shows that he purchased tools that were used to dismember the victim's body and then placed him into several ice chests that we recovered during the initial arrest.
The prosecutor presented receipts found listing the purchase of trash bags and ties. They also shared a picture of Holland in a Home Depot with a saw in his shopping cart.
So let me rephrase my opening statement. This man is not only the unluckiest, he's the most dumbest man. The most dumbest criminal. Why would you try and move a dismembered body in a stolen vehicle? You would be better off taking your own car, especially if everything on your car is legit. The papers are right, the registration is good, the insurance is good. You would have been better off moving silently in your own vehicle. But for you to take a stolen vehicle, taking the risk of somebody reporting it stolen, and then come to find out that the registration is expired, you gotta be a new fool. Hey, this is the way these criminals think. They think the most dumbest ideas is the brightest ideas. I mean, why else would you get caught? A smooth criminal wouldn't get caught when they're doing their dirt. But this guy, you put the icing on the cake for being a dumb criminal. If you ask me, judge, no bail, let him sit in prison, let him get his day in court, and let him pay for robbing a person of their life. I really wished we had an eye for an eye system. Because I honestly believe if we had an eye for an eye system, a lot of people would think twice about committing these crimes. And as you see, this guy's criminal record has been going back for decades. Literally decades. So with that being said, lock him up, throw away the key. That's going to do it for this episode of Matter of Opinion. I'm your boy Walls P, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. It's a matter of opinion.